Hey guys, I am back with another unboxing. This time it is from Buyee, which, if you don't know, is a Japanese website where you can, if you live internationally, you can buy things from Japan on different Japanese sites. So like um Macari or eBay and Yahoo, I believe. There's other sites, but I only buy from Macari. I say I as if I actually buy it, but it's actually my brother who does all the buying for me. So I am fortunate enough that he is kind enough to buy photo cards for me. So in this package, there is mainly NMIXX Heiwan cards because after seeing them in concert, my brother decided that he wanted to collect all of her photo cards. But there are some Stray Kids. I believe there's one ITZY photo card. There's also some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's for our brother. That's not ours. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, so don't even ask about that when it comes to that. But we, I almost didn't get like two of my cards because we ordered them towards the end of our 30-day free period. And oh my god, there's my dog. She walks into frame, and I think she might walk into frame later on again. And then you'll see my brother's shadow as he like picks her up so she doesn't walk into the frame again. But yeah, two of my cards almost didn't come in this package just because we ordered them late within the 30-day free period. But luckily, as we were consolidating the package, they came in just in time, and so they were able to come in the package. But I think because of how late they came, they weren't actually packaged with the rest, like in this lump of bubble wrap. They were like sitting outside, but thankfully they had at least a top loader. Here's me just struggling because I didn't actually want to rip the bubble wrap because of the way it was packaged. I had to. Oh, there you see the Yu-Gi-Oh card on top. We don't always buy from Buyee, but sometimes it is easier just to buy from Buyee because the cards are relatively cheap and they are like mostly in sets, and that makes it so much easier when you're buying a whole collection. Here's me putting away the Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I have no idea what it is. It's, if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, my brother says it's like, is it Blue Eye, White Dragon, Blue Eye? I don't know, something like that. Okay, so here I am just taking all the cards out of the plastic wraps that they were individually in, and basically my brother had bought every card except for two cards from Heiwan's like photo book digipack collection. And there are some pops in here. There's also NMIXX Soyun because I collect some of her cards, and then he also bought some of her cards. Were pretty, so he bought them. You'll see later on that there's actually two of the same cards. That's because we both liked it, so we got two of them. What's funny is that before my brother decided that he was going to collect Heiwan, I had already had at least, I had our blind package photo cards, so the lenticular and the photo card. And then I had, I think, one other miscellaneous one, but I told him I didn't want to give it to him because I liked them. Oh, and then here is one of my Stray Kids cards. This is, I forget which store it is. It might be HMV or it might be is it Universal? I'm not sure. But it's one of the Japanese pops for 5-star. There's just so many NMIXX cards in this package. There's also From His Nine, and that's also our other brothers because they both like From His Nine, but he likes Giri, so he wanted some of her photo cards. I really tried my best to preserve the washi tapes, but some of them, they were not working with me, and so I just ended up ripping them. But I saved what I could save. There's so many. Oh, there it is. There's two of the same Soul Yoon cards. I don't know. I don't remember which store this one was from, but I find it funny because my brother originally had this in the cart because he thought I would have liked it, and yeah, he was correct. I did like it, and I was going to tell him to get it for me, and he's like, I already have it in the cart. And then he sat on it a little bit and was like, I like it too, so I'm gonna buy the same card. And then in this package, there's actually two cards that my brother already has, which is Halon's Experigo Limited photo card, and that's because he ended up buying all 6 members' versions of the limited album here, and he ended up pulling 2 of her cards. So we have that card, but that's okay because I think he's going to trade those photo cards later on for other member equivalents. So if you're looking for Halon's Limited photo card from Experigo, keep an eye out on my account. I'll eventually post it. I haven't been posting much on my photo card account just because I've been so swamped with work. I don't get back home until 6:30, and by then I'm just so tired and ready for bed. But my brother, he has given up on his IVE collection just because it's kind of stressful to collect IVE. If you collect IVE, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, he collected OT6, so he collected all their photo cards and then extra pops, and it was just so stressful. Like, if you don't pull Wanyang, it's stressful trying to get her. Oh, another Yu-Gi-Oh card that I have no knowledge of. But as I was saying, it was just too stressful for all of us. So after not pulling Wanyang in their IVE special version or special edition album, he had decided to just drop the IVE collection. So if you're looking for IVE sets, I have them posted on my account. Actually, I think I'm going to be posting more. I'm not too sure. I feel like I have more miscellaneous IVE cards somewhere, and I haven't posted them all yet. But my trading Instagram account is down in the description if you want to check that out. I know I have a lot of the After Like pre-order benefits posted, and then I have a couple from IVE, and then After Like, no, I already said After Like, I meant Love Dive and 11. Actually, I don't think I have 11 anymore. I think that one got sold. Take that back. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, this Chan card that I just put down, I really wanted it, and I don't know why it took me this long to get it, but I eventually got it. It's the KM Station Pop, I believe. I could be wrong. Honestly, I'm so bad at remembering where these cards come from. Like, I remember what they look like, but I just could not tell you. Oh, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Later on, my brother had me name these cards as what I would name them, and I was basically correct. I mean, after finding out that it's like White Dragon with Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes White Dragon, I figured like they'd all be like literal names. I think this one I called like My Little Pony because it reminded me of one of the My Little Pony characters. I don't know. Let's see. This one is another 5-star pop. This time around for 5-star, I decided not to collect a lot of the pops. I say that now, but like, they're still releasing pre-order benefits. They just last night they announced round 2 of Soundwave, and there's 2 different sets. So I believe the first one is a jean jacket set, and then the other one is a hoodie set. And the hoodie set is so cute, at least the silhouettes for them. And so I might be getting a whole hoodie set. I know for sure I'm gonna end up getting Chan and Sungmin's and IN's, but at that point I'm probably just gonna end up getting the others as well. This one scared me. So I don't know if you can see it, but the corner of the plastic was bent. And I was so scared that this card was bent because I really like this card. This card was the reason why I bought Chan's and Han's. But luckily it came perfectly fine, no damage. He barely escaped. Okay, now I am actually taking the photo cards out of the top loaders and setting them all out. And then here's Chan's. I like the photo cards with like just casual fits and not like their concept outfits. So that's also another reason why I bought these photo cards. I'll show Hans later just because I lost them within the stack because there's so many cards. Don't even bother asking me where some of these Haewon cards are from just because there's so many and I don't know. But I think a good chunk of them are actually just Xpergo photo cards and pops. I believe one of those Haewons in the gray outfit is the JYP shop one. I don't know. They did so many for Xpergo. NMIXX did so many pre-order benefits. I could not keep up. And I really hope Stray Kids doesn't get that bad when it comes to their photo cards. Ignore that. That's my brother. You can see his shadow. He was saying something. I don't remember what. But oh, you can kind of see him carrying my dog. Oh, it looked like he just yeeted her. Don't worry, she's fine. The back of this card, I believe it's for Antwerp. It's kind of like sus. Sus in the sense that like it looks so fake because the design is kind of plain. It didn't match the concept, so we were like sus that it had been a fake card, but then we checked later on and all the other photo cards had similar backings, so we were good to go. Some of these cards I struggled to get out because I didn't want to damage them. Also because like sometimes I tend to have like a hard grip on things without realizing it. And I try to be light-handed when it comes to handling photo cards. And if I really struggle, I just end up giving it to my brother to take it out. This one is not actually sure because this is me taking my time trying to save the tape. Oh, it's more NMIXX cards. Like, there's not much variation. I think the last time, this is only our third time buying from Buyee. Last time, most of the cards were, I believe, the Seraphim and Stray Kids. And then the first time, it was from S9 and Stray Kids. There's always going to be like some sort of Stray Kids card in this Buyee package, just because sometimes they sell Stray Kids cards for cheap, and I'd rather just buy it on Buyee and wait how many ever days I have to wait. I don't know if you heard that, but I got a bubble message. So if you heard that was Stray Kids' bubble message. Oh, here's Chris. I'm not sure if I like the hollow on this card. Some hollow cards like end up looking a little foggy to me, if you know what I mean. I think this one was like one of the better hollow cards. More Haewon cards. I believe there might be two of this one because I also wanted this one. I think this one might have been the one where I struggled to open. I believe the seller had sealed the card into the little plastic sleeve, which I don't know why they did because they could have like damaged it. So I think this is me just struggling to get it out of the frame. And then I think I eventually just gave up and let it be and had my brother open it later because I was afraid it was going to damage it and I didn't want to deal with that. So I just did like a quality check from within the sleeve, make sure it was okay. Here are Gary's cards. And the thing is, my brother also collects from his nine, that's his like all-time favorite group. But he got this for our other brother, and I don't even think he has these cards yet. So this card, I believe, like a lot of people want it or it's expensive. I was struggling to get this out. I also did not want to damage it, but it was like stuck in there. I don't know where this photo card came from, or I don't even know what era this is, but I just know a lot of people want it or want to trade for it. I've seen it on the tags, but I didn't know anything about it. This one I know is Lily's K-Town for You like special event. Like you had to buy a certain amount of albums or had to spend a certain amount, something like that, and you would get one of the 6 cards of those types. And here we are with the 2 Soyuz. But it's kind of crazy how many pops NMIXX had released for Sparrow. They are having a comeback slash single with like an actual physical album next month. So I hope they don't go too ham on the photo cards because there's a lot. I know for their US shop they're doing the signed postcards, and I was gonna get that, but we'd rather have a signed photo card than the postcard. And here is Han's equivalent to the other 2 Japanese cards. I had to figure out what shop this came from, but I really liked Hans because it gave like frat boy vibes. I don't know. Yeah, I had to put him up there just so he could be with the rest of the Raja. And then here's the same A1 card from the Enter Limited album. I also like NMIXX because I had went, we and my brother, we had gotten NMIXX concert tickets last minute, I think 2.5 hours before the concert was starting, and we ended up getting Barricade for like relatively cheap. It was less than resale or retail, and it was so worth it. Haywan ended up completing my heart, which was nice. And I had Soyun's photo card in the back of my phone. Soyun's my bias for NMIXX, and she did not notice me, but she also wasn't like in front of my section that much. She was on the other side of the stage. Here's Leah's, I believe, with Moo photo card, and I had originally only wanted Regents, but Regents is so expensive. I believe for like that card and another card, Japanese sellers were selling it for 60, 70, and I was like, that's not worth it because Leah's card was only, I believe, $7. And I liked her dog on the back, so I ended up getting that one. And then we are almost done with the Higma collection. I believe my brother only has one more card to go before he finishes all of her photo book cards. And so we're trying to trade for that, but for some reason it's just so hard to get a trade for it. Not too sure why. And then here is Haywan's equivalent to the K-Town for you, Lily. This one was also kind of expensive from what I remember. I believe it's like $60, $70. I don't know. And then here is the last Haywan card. I actually have this card, but I didn't want to give it to my brother. Anyways, this was our Buyee unboxing. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again.